Hello dear Bytecoin enthusiasts, welcome back to BytecoinGuru. I want to commend you for your dedication to finding out more information about the crypto field and your overall journey for knowledge. This is exactly what we're going to be covering today, the 10 lessons that BytecoinGuru has learned in his experience in the crypto field. So, by no means are those the only 10 lessons that I have learned, but those are the 10 that I feel like need to have the spotlight. So again, make sure you do your own research. If you have any questions, do not hesitate to ask. I cannot emphasize how important teamwork is and how important it is for us to work together to succeed. So, lesson 1, and by no means are those in order, but yeah, regardless, let's take a look. Forget prices, study technology. I cannot emphasize this enough. People get lost in prices. Why? I understand it's a free market. Prices are meant to be volatile, okay? They're meant to go up and down. Volatility is what makes money. I understand. But do not get caught up on a price. Do not base your opinion on a particular technology or project because of its price. It is important to learn the technology. Research the technology so that way you know whether an asset is undervalued, overvalued, underpriced, or overpriced. If you want me to go into any detail on any of this, I will be more than happy to do so. But as of right now, I want to keep it brief because I want you to get the knowledge as soon as possible and go and conquer the world, okay? So, forget prices, study technology. Simple as that. I remember the first time when I got introduced to Bitcoin, it was $3 a pop. $3 US. 3 Federal Reserve notes will get you 1 Bitcoin. Now you need to collect over 10,000 of these little guys to buy the same asset. So, needless to say, study the technology and then play around with your hard-earned money, okay? Lesson 2. Do not believe anything or anybody. Pay attention to everything. Do not think that just because somebody sounds like they're well-read and well-spoken and they have their research down, they know what they're talking about, including me. What I'm here to do is to bring out certain points and topics for you guys to ponder on and keep in the back of your head. Do not believe anything. This is a day and age where there's such sinister agendas for misinformation and disinformation. It is absolutely insane. Do not get suckered into a very well created and developed scheme that will literally draw all of your money like a syringe, okay? Do not believe anything, but make sure you pay attention to everything. There's a lot of things that happen in the crypto market, and there's a lot of things globally that will impact pricing, value, etc. I can talk about this forever, but like I said, we're going to keep this brief. I want to make sure that you get this across. Easier said than done, but seriously, when I say do your research, I don't mean just look at 2 websites. I'm talking about maybe read a book, maybe go listen to some fake news, go listen to your friends, talk to a random stranger, then go do some more research, and then go look at the white paper, that type of thing. Be well-rounded on what is truly happening. Lesson 3. Please, my friends, make a backup. Just the same way that you double check that you have your wallet in your pocket after, let's say, you leave the coffee shop, you want to make sure that everything is properly secured. Making a backup is something completely new into the financial world, because how can you back up $100? You cannot. You cannot back up $100. Maybe you can put it in a digital account, and maybe you can back up and make a copy of the password, so just in case you forget it, you can still find the password. But you cannot back up $100 unless you put it in a safe. And then even then, it's only in one place. So making a backup, what does that mean? Usually, and especially now with HD wallets, you have the ability to have one password, one mnemonic device for all of your different wallets. Making a backup of that is very important. You do not want to lose your money on some sort of online website that was up today and it was out tomorrow. I'm speaking from personal experience. I have literally lost quite a lot in the beginning of my crypto journey. So I want to scream to everybody, please do not do the same, okay? Make a backup so you're safe and sound. That 12 or 24 word mnemonic is backed up and safe, okay? I'm not gonna go into this. If you want any details on any of these lessons, make sure you let me know. I'm not gonna go over this. I want to share information, that's all. Lesson 4. Please do not lose money. Why would you do that? It's a stupid question, but I promise you, people will tell you their first skepticism and their first argument against crypto is you will lose all your money. I'm sorry. If you're looking at a couple $1 million asset class grow into $300 billion, I don't want to hear you lost money. Because that, like I've said before, I will call this a great user error. Bitcoin has gone from a penny to $20,000. If you've lost money, it's your fault. And you need to own up to that. And you need to learn from your mistakes so that way we get better. There's no way you can lose money. The only way you lose money is if you sell for less than what you bought it for. And why would you do that? Unless you have figured out 100% what you're in was a mistake because it's a pyramid scam and you want to get out. Period. Then that's when you withdraw your money ASAP. But you're withdrawing money just because, or you selling just because a bunch of other uneducated and uninformed traders are doing? Sorry. Do not do that. Lesson 5. Know why you're in it. I use one metaphor for this whole situation. Imagine you getting into a car and you know that you can only make one trip and you have to get someplace. You only have a full tank of gas. You getting into that car, turning on the engine and just going without knowing where you're going, I guarantee and I put all my money on the fact that you're going to run out of gas. And you're still not going to be where you want to be. Have a GPS with the location in it so that way you know where all of this gas is helping you get to. If you're in this and you're like, hey man, I just want to make a quick buck and I want to do this, and the market swallows you and you're left with zip or an asset that is now quote unquote valued at a tenth of its price, now you're going to let emotions do the work. And because you don't know why you're in it, you're going to do some crazy stuff. And you're going to sell when you were not supposed to. You're going to buy when you were not supposed to. Know why you're in it. Is it long term? Is it short term? Are you just a speculator? Are you just trying to build up your retirement? What is going on? Each decision will lead to different market actions. So later on, nobody's crying because something happened. You know best. You know why you're in it, and you're going to continue to follow your plan. You're not going to switch up halfway when the market goes berserk. Please, know why you're in this. Lesson 6. Know what you're doing, please. Understand, like we just talked about, this market is very volatile. So, if you do not know how to place an order, how to make a stop loss, you're in for some trouble. If you don't know how to work with the resources that you have, because there are programs that will literally buy when you want to buy, that will sell when you want it to sell, automatically. Your orders will be on the book, ready for the first person that is ready to buy for that, bam. But if you don't know what you're doing, you might as well just not know anything and go wire up an electrical panel. Or you don't know how to drive, go get in a car and see how well that works for you on the highway. Do not put yourself in danger because of lack of knowledge. Study a little bit, it will be well worth your time. Rather than listening to somebody give you a sales pitch on how awesome some digital currency is, and then you blindly invest your hard-earned money. Know what you're doing, please. There are ways. There are people who graduate schools learning about blockchain, learning about technical analysis and online trading and investments and value investing, etc. Make sure you know what you're doing, please. Lesson number 7. Recognize what we're going through. This is the digital renaissance. If you were born somewhere in the 2000s, you most likely do not remember what it's like not to have a cell phone, not to have fast internet, not to have the newest, latest, and greatest. We are going through a time that almost everything is becoming digital. So for somebody to come in and tell me digital currencies are not going to make it, I'm going to take your words with a huge chunk of sodium. Okay? Not going to believe it. That will make me go and do extra hard research to prove you wrong. Because you cannot tell me that somebody is going to be carrying 50 ounces of silver and 2 ounces of gold right next to their smartphone, and they're going to go to the grocery store to buy some bread and water. If you give that person an opportunity to take out their phone and make a text message and make a payment at the same time, he will do it. And if you haven't met a person like this, it just has not reached you yet. Because I'm in an environment where people are glued to these devices. They cannot even speak anymore. Let alone write. Let alone write in cursive. We're going through some changes. And the people who are ready to see what is happening will get on that boat of changes and solutions. That's enough for digital renaissance. It's pretty straightforward. We're not carrying metal around, and I highly doubt we're gonna be doing with that pieces of paper stuff that can rip and they can get water damaged and they can get lost or get burnt and stuff like that. Different times. Lesson 8. Look at the world and solve its problems. At BytecoinGuru, if you're an enthusiast of Bytecoin, you will know my stance on certain things and certain problems and certain solutions, etc. I'm gonna talk as if you have never been introduced to digital currency. In short, I want you to know that the people who make tens, hundreds of thousands, millions, billions, trillions of dollars are the people who thought of a problem, or they saw and recognized the problem, and they came up with a solution. These people are the ones that are ahead of the curve because they created the curve. Take a look around and see what kind of things your society, your community, the world in general is missing. And once you recognize what it's missing, search for solutions. If there isn't a solution, create one, and you will be guaranteed success. Because you didn't do this for the money, you did this because there's truly a problem and it truly needs a solution. So, simple as that. Look at the world, solve its problems. And should that problem be multiple people's problem? Yeah, you're doing good. Lesson 9. This most likely nobody does, but everything is about terms and conditions. If you've grown up and your parents did not tell you to become a lawyer, you're one of the few. I feel like everybody and their mama, when they were growing up, they were told, hey man, be a doctor or be a lawyer. Why? Because a lot of people have health issues, okay? So doctor is the go-to guy. Everybody got an argument. Who to go to? A lawyer. Look at the problem, figure out a solution. Why are terms and conditions so big? Because everything is about laws and regulations. And you want to make sure that you understand everything that you're getting into. Just like when you go to play soccer, or football, or tennis, or anything, you get on that field, you need to know the rules. Because if you don't, the other player will completely destroy you. I'm not saying crypto exchanges and websites are out there to destroy you. I'm just saying cover your ASP and make sure you cross your T's and you dot your I's, okay? Please read terms and conditions fully, so later on you're like, hey man, I have no idea how they got access to my assets and they seized them, or they released all of my information, or they released my funds, or whatever it is, or they just walked away and they shut down their domain without telling me. You'll be surprised how many terms and conditions say such things, and they warn you of such possibilities. Okay? Read terms and conditions so that way you can sleep well at night. And the last one, I haven't even written it down because this is always on top of my tongue. Please use your brain. This is lesson 10. It is very straightforward because everybody got a brain, but not a lot of people use it to its fullest potential. So, in short, my dear friends, recognize a pyramid scheme and know when to get in, when not to get in, what to get into, what not to get into. And always remember, there's nobody out there trying to give you free stuff. And if there is, they're winning either way. I here am giving you knowledge that hopefully you already know. I'm not charging you a dime or a nickel or a penny or a Bytecoin, nothing. Maybe some things are free, but only here at BytecoinGuru. And what I can give to you, my friends, is the little knowledge that I have experienced in my personal reality. please make sure you use your brain. At the end of the day, everyone is connected to, in my opinion, the all-knowing. All these great ideas you have, they came from somewhere. All these hunches, they came from somewhere. The gut feeling, it came from somewhere. Listen to it. Use your brain also. Do your own research and proceed. Succeed, rinse, and repeat. You guys are the best. Like I keep saying, the Bytecoin community is one of the most insightful and loyal communities by far, for many reasons. If you're overall in the crypto market, you are ahead of the game. Now I just want to make sure that you don't fall behind. And later on, you're not the person that comes in talking about, oh my goodness, don't you dare invest into that Bitcoin stuff because you're going to lose all your money and they're going to take it away from you. No. That's not how cryptographically encrypted digital assets work. And if you did a little bit of research, you would know. So, misinformation, disinformation is everywhere. Make sure you get your research done. Make sure you continue to stay on your educational path, on your knowledge. Forget education. Knowledge. People don't know the difference. Go after the knowledge, and you guys are the best. Just remember that. If you have any questions, I'm here for you, my friends. Do not hesitate to let me know. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye-bye.